I'm the only one to have seen this film, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it, but I got a lot to say about it because, you know, it's from that Scott boy, Ridley Scott's son.
So Tony dies, and now his son comes in.
And now somebody had to come in and take the throne, man. And you would think that, wait a minute, the son of the great Ridley Scott, his first feature-length movie right here, oh, man, this boy been raised around movies. You know he can't go wrong. And he also chose sci-fi with a little sprinkle of horror in there, Martin. That's what his daddy raised that boy. Oh, you better not fuck this up, Scott Jr. And with this right here, it is an interesting premise. You know, Morgan, one of them test tube babies, growing up having artificial intelligence, artificial life. And the thing is that being that these scientists that have raised her in this lab out in the middle of nowhere, while right now she's more than an experiment, Martin. She's, in the words of the great Diesel, she family now, Martin. So, what?
The great Diesel.
The great Diesel, man. Take the VIN off. The great Diesel, Martin. So what happens when somebody comes in and messes with sweet little Morgan, some girl from corporate, Lee Weathers, played by Kate Mara, she comes in and doesn't see Morgan as this sweet little girl that everybody else sees her. She sees her as an experiment that, hey, if I don't like what I see, we might have to terminate this. Oh, emotions, they go high, they go hot. And also, when you piss off Morgan herself, who has superpowers, things could probably get a little deadly too. And the thing with this movie right here is that it's an obvious setup. I mean, because when you look at this, they do everything sort of like with that what's that movie? The Blind Man. No, the Blind Man. The one we just saw. Don't Breathe. They set up all these elements that get you ready for some creepy stuff going on. I mean, when you look at the trailer right here, you know, they out in the middle. They got this big. How can, you know, it's obvious. How can of course things gonna go wrong. You in the Resident Evil house and shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's like a house Boris Karloff would have moved out of. Because because it made him nervous.
Yeah. You know, every time I looked at that house, I always thought about that old TV show, The Monsters, man. Yeah. Look at that fucking house right there. Mockingbird Lane. Yeah, Mockingbird. Yeah, you look at that fucking house, you expect Frankenstein to bop out going to work and shit.
Sorry, wrong set.
Yeah. Oh, I done made the nerds mad out there. Some nerds out there. God damn it, that's the scientist's name, not the monster. It's the name of the monster. I made a Frankenstein joke and somebody put in the comments on YouTube, it's the fucking scientist's name, god damn you. It's like, man, fuck
for
you.
real?
They really butthurt about that.
Yeah, get the fuck out.
They should be used to that by now.
Exactly. It's comedy, motherfucker. Shut the fuck up. It's called football in England, god damn it. Yeah, you know what I mean? We get it. We know. Shut the fuck up. It's Frankenstein. But speaking of Frankenstein, that's what you're getting with this. I mean, it is an old theme. It is a Dr. Frankenstein movie. It is humans playing God.
Sure.
And the thing about
Toby Jones looking tired as a motherfucker.
Yeah, he's tired of this. I'll tell you about him a little bit.
She keeps showing that clip, and he's just like, I don't even know what I'm doing here.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. He don't want to be in this fucking movie, man. And he knows what's up. I'm not saying it's bad, but man, it's the thing about the humans playing God theme. Unlike a lot of themes and premises out there that get old real quick, we're tired of seeing. This does not.
Oh,
you know,
wow.
And the reason why that doesn't is because whenever you do that theme, man playing God, it can always play off of current events. You can always play off of whatever's going on in science. I mean, that's one of the things that really brings you into this movie is that we're reading about AI, and not only in AI, but I mean artificial intelligence, but also we're reading about how in 2056 we're gonna have designer kids, man.
Sure.
You know, we're gonna have
It'll be like Gattaca.
Yeah, we're gonna grow babies. You know, women gonna get tired of stretching their vaginas and babies out. Like, just grow it for me. You know, and plus they can tell birth defects. They can, you know, they can
That's
tell.
the main thing. I don't know about growing kids in a lab necessarily, except for women who can't have kids. But the idea, somebody's like, man, it's playing God. It's like, well, we can take the alcoholic gene out of your kid. Oh, sign me up for that.
Yeah.
Oh, we can remove diabetes. Yeah. I don't want my kid having that.
You could take the dumbass gene out, although I wouldn't be here if that was the case. So, you know.
Your kid's going to be black. Ooh, can you do something about that?
Can you add a little cream to that?
I want mocha.
But don't tell nobody I heard you do that.
I mean, I ain't racist enough. You ain't got to make them
black is
Aryan.
beautiful and all, but,
Yeah.
you know, a little goes a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I ain't no Nazi or anything, but blind blue eyes. I'm just saying. But you
he
know,
can still have a big dick, though.
but you know that you can always play with that theme right there, and that's one of the things that they do here. Now, being that they have that hook, there's also the hook that, as I told you when I was describing this movie, you can see right here how these scientists, they're out there living in a Resident Evil house, and it's out there in the middle of nowhere. They ain't got shit to do. They're bored. So by this point, besides the job that they have to do, so by this point, they really are family. I mean, they become a very close-knit group. And also, you know, they also become very close with each other in ways where two people have hooked up already.
Yeah.
You know, they're getting together. They're already starting to feel like family roles over Morgan, you know, parental
Shit, how long
roles.
they been out there?
Man, they've been out there for a long fucking time,
Yeah,
years.
how long did it take to grow her?
You know, they've been out there for about 6 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they've been real close with each other, and they have you know, they have love for Morgan, man, and you're also being introduced to some really cool characters too in there, which I'll tell you about in a little bit, but that's where the movie starts to really pull you in, is that when Kate Mara comes in and all these people have to feel protective of Morgan, you know, they have to tell you that, all right, you know, you haven't been with Morgan that long. We've been with Morgan for years, and Morgan is more than just a it to us. Morgan is a real girl. And they're also saying, but that brings up the whole interesting predicament of what do you do? Where do you draw those boundaries, those lines on something that is a scientific experiment that probably has to be destroyed because it probably went crazy? Morgan is 6 years old, has developed really quick, is super intelligent, but Morgan is also still young, prone to temper tantrums. And what do you do when those temper tantrums lead to some prison shit where, you know, you ain't gonna let me get my outside privileges? Okay, I'm just gonna stab you in your fucking eye then.
I'd like to discuss the incident, if that's okay.
What would you like to know?
I'm still unclear on the cause.
When the excursions with Amy were postponed, she may well have overreacted.
Damn.
Unfortunate. But despite these obvious setbacks, this project is heading in the right direction.
Look at, she's like, bullshit.
Setbacks in my lost an eye.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what fucking video you just saw, but I just saw a bitch stab somebody in the eye. You know, and by the way, the person that she stabbed in the eye is Jennifer Jason Leigh, who should be dead the way she stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, if you look,
back
yeah,
and
she
went like
are we talking about ice pick shanking in your skull? But no, all they do is send her up to her room, put a tampon on her eye, and tell her, hey, take 2 aspirin and call me in the morning.
She had a tantrum. There was joy in her heart.
That's joy. Shit, I hate to see when she gets mad.
I know, right?
And
Are we ever going to see Jennifer Jason Leigh without blood all over her face?
without getting beat up, yeah. You wonder, was Kurt Russell just in that room? Yeah, you know, and it's funny because it's one of the things that I have to tell you right off the bat that kind of puzzled me in the film. That's Jennifer Jason Leigh, who just had a good year. Right? The Hateful Eight, people saying she's the one. She just had an animated movie.
Anomalisa.
Anomalisa. She just came off of a very critical, successful year. And in this movie, they don't give her shit to do at all. It's almost like she
got stabbed.
Man, oh, bullshit. It's
Maybe
like,
it wasn't in the script.
like she really got stabbed and shit. You know, All she does is she has 3 minutes of screen time where she just lies in the bed and just mumbles some shit. I'll leave her alone. She all right. She all right. They shouldn't have been fucking with her. She all right. And that's it. It's almost like she was really drunk on the set and they just got tired of just let her lay in the bed and just do her lines. But just
Let her sober up. I'll talk to her.
Just fucking dish rag over her.
Let me ask you, because like a lot of movies, when they have a science experiment gone wrong, you get to spend a lot of time with them before they get like crazy, like Lazarus effect and Species and Splice and things like that. Does it just start when she's already had that moment and it goes from there?
You know what? That's the thing about it. It starts when Kate Mara walks in.
Okay.
Something's already happened. She gets in there, and it's cool when you walk in the middle of the story because it could be a mystery setup.
Right.
Now, also, I'm glad you asked that because the good thing about that is that when she walks in, while Jennifer Jason Leigh her role kind of sucks a little bit, they introduce all these other characters, and some of these other characters in the movie. Rose Leslie from Game of Thrones. She plays a psychiatrist and she tells Kate Mara already. She's like, yeah, I'm the person with boundary issues. You have the handsome cook. You have again, Toby Jones is the guy with fatherly feelings for Morgan. You're like, okay, when Kate Mara comes in and she's the cold corporate person, this is really going to be interesting to see how this dynamic mixes in with all these other people. How she's going to shake this up and maybe put doubt in some people's eyes and ears, and maybe some others will be defensive. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, with that happening right there, another thing that really works in the movie is your girl, man, that Vivitch.
Oh, the Vivitch.
The Vivitch. Yeah. What's her name? Anya-Taylor Joy. Mm-hmm. Anya-Taylor Joy and Kate Mara, and we are being serious when we say the Vivitch. If you don't recognize that girl, she's that girl with those real crazy looking eyes.
Yo.
But she's hot as hell.
Yup.
Yeah, she's
super young.
Man, that's what we thought because she got naked in the movie, and I ain't gonna lie, both Corey Goodman and I, we like, damn, hope she ain't illegal.
I know he looked it up. He's like, all right, 19. I think
it was
like 20 something.
Woo! She's got these weird eyes, and she works well as like representing this artificial, almost alien type life.
Uh-huh.
And she also works well with Kate Mara because Kate Mara comes in and Kate Mara just kind of like, look, because everybody's saying, Morgan, she's so, and Kate Mara like, I don't want to hear that she shit. That's an it. And if it's fucking up, I'm putting it down. Mm-hmm. And also, when you look at Morgan herself, you start thinking that, all right, you know what? She's, you feel sorry for her. But the more you learn about her, the more you see how calculating she seems behind this really apologetic exterior.
Uh-huh.
You almost get the feeling like as much as they love Morgan don't give a fuck about these people.
Oh, so she's a cat.
Yeah, she really is. Yeah, when she want to eat.
Telekinesis.
Yeah. Looking like Eminem from 8 Mile and shit. It's another thing. Why she always wearing this hoodie and shit? You wonder if there's something in the back of her head that's like deformed or evolved.
Yeah, you give me an Ex Machina vibe.
Yeah, it really is. And when her and Kate Mara have to be in scenes together, it's cool to see how their chemistry is because they don't say it out loud, but they both really don't trust each other.
How are you feeling, Morgan?
Not quite myself.
Morgan's been quite upset.
So
I don't remember asking you a goddamn
Baron Von Zemo.
I'm gonna tell you right, Toby Jones don't want to be in this fucking movie, man. It hurts him just to say these lines. I mean, he's supposed to be happy about Morgan, but every time he gotta talk, he's like, hey, when are we gonna stop this fucking film?
Nice to meet you, Morgan.
No.
She's like, yeah, I ain't falling for that shit.
Bye, bitch.
Yeah.
Well, you know how you could tell though, that the tension between them because they talking to each other. Neither one of them blink.
And neither one of them blink. It's almost like it's almost like they.
I ain't taking 1 second to not look at you.
Yeah, it's almost like they fucked the same dude, and he's in the same room as him right now. She's like, well, fuck you, bitch. I hated Fantastic Four. How about that shit? They really that blonde ass wig in that fucking movie.
Nobody liked your movie. Nobody saw your movie.
Yeah, man. Wow. What a dynamic we have.
Yeah, man. You set this up. I heard so many bad things. You turned me around.
Flawless, almost. I mean, we had a great setup, man. All y'all, I mean, end zone empty. Our man is in there. Just throw the fucking ball and score. That's all you got to do.
Yeah.
And then
Sack.
I'm hearing the Tony Romo coming up.
Theismann.
by Tony Romo, you mean what I thought was the MVP, Paul Giamatti. Because I love Paul Giamatti.
Sure.
I love this guy. Paul Giamatti. Y'all know Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti was, well, maybe you don't like him. He was, what's his name in NWA movie?
Jerry Heller.
Jerry Heller, man. You know, used to playing kind of asshole
12
roles.
Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave. Yeah, he's been kind of a dick lately.
He was
Rhino.
a lady in the water.
Yeah.
Just being in that was an asshole moment.
You know, Paul Giamatti, I love this guy. And I thought, oh, well, shit, that's just the icing on the cake when he walks into the movie. When Paul Giamatti walks in, he just sucks every bit of intelligence out this movie, man.
No.
He takes the whole setup, looks at it, and just smashes that shit on the ground.
When you hear Paul Giamatti, though, you think he'd be the one to bring the intelligence to a movie.
You think that he would be the one to actually step the movie up a little bit more. No, man, and it's not his fault. From this point on, with one just simple action, this movie turns into the dumbest piece of shit I've seen, man.
Wow.
Maybe piece of shit is extreme, but it is one of the dumbest decisions I've seen in a movie with scientists. These are smart people. They're highly intelligent beings.
Don't forget he was the scientist in San Andreas, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, well, maybe he should just get out science because
this is not your forte, man.
His decisions that he makes in the realm of science is just downright idiotic, man. I mean, this shit just turns dumb. They saw Morgan just 20 minutes ago stab somebody in the eye. We saw her do that. And we know what she's capable of. And we know, like, if she gonna get mad just because you won't let her go outside and play, what's gonna happen when you really start, trying to nut up on her a little bit. And Paul Giamatti comes in. He's supposed to be this guy that's going to do this psychoanalysis on her right there. And when he comes in, I don't know what the fuck happened with him, man. I don't know if he just got a text from his wife saying, I'm leaving you and taking the kids. I don't know if he got a speeding ticket on his way there. But when he comes in, he does not want to do his fucking job. And they shouldn't have let him in the room with Morgan anyway, knowing that she's dangerous. But he's like, open the fucking door. I can't do my job unless you let me do that. And he goes in there and immediately just gets lit on Morgan. I mean, just trying to start shit with her. Why would anybody who knows what Morgan is capable of doing let this man go in there and fuck with her like he's doing?
What would you do if I recommended that you be terminated?
I don't know.
Come on, you don't know?
No.
Off the top of your head, come on!
I don't know.
No right or wrong answer.
I don't know.
Come on! Answer me. What would you do?
I don't know.
What would you do?
Jesus.
Show me if you can't tell me.
Dude.
You just saw her stab somebody in the fucking eye. Why would you use those words? Show me. And the words of the Joker, poor choice of words right there.
Show me how you feel!
Yeah, motherfucker, that's how I feel.
He's like, I fucked up.
Yeah, I love it that you sat there and provoked her, and then when she fucked with you, you're like, what would I say? Yes. What happened? What'd I do?
You saw that.
I didn't do anything. Looking like the fucking cowardly lion and shit right there. I mean, this shit is... With that one dumb decision, they just said, fuck every other decision that goes on in this movie, man. What it turns into, what started out as a promising sci-fi thriller, they're now trying to make into one of these
Corridor horror movie.
Yeah, well, it would be good if it was that, but that doesn't go there. I get the feeling they're trying to make it those. What is Sam Raimi's Ghost House? Ghost House is Sam Raimi's company. They're trying to turn it into one of these cheap, easy money back, real tight, in and out horror movies. But it's not even a horror movie at that point. It turns into an action film.
Okay.
At that point, we don't have to concentrate on any of the setup that we have. It just turns into her causing carnage. And like I said, doing it in an action film type way. She's an assassin going around stalking people. She's she's one of these trained killers all of a sudden. She's fucking Black Widow from the Avengers. Uh-huh. And I don't understand why it changed into a horror movie. She goes out in the woods and she's running after people, stalking them, like praying everything. Meanwhile, that fucking house, man, that fucking house is like, hey, you got You got to set up right here. That house is like you have.
Wait, so she's not doing it all in the house?
No, she does maybe one or two things in the house. House just fucking sitting there. Sounds like, hey, perfect setting right here. Some horror movie shit. You told people at the beginning, they don't even use it that well. They set up so much in this movie. All those character relationships, forget about it. They don't need that. All those things that were set up with the science that we have, fucking,
you got it.
You got it.
Who needs that brain shit?
Who needs science shit? Y'all a bunch of fucking nerds. Y'all want to see some blood and shit. And some characters downright just get turned into types because they don't give them anything to do.
Who's the black guy? What type is the black guy?
The type, the black guy, he's the kind of guy that's like, Morgan's good. We'll see you at 7 o'clock for dinner. And creep out of room.
Oh, for real?
That's the kind of brother he is, just to give like a sad look every time he walks out. Yeah, I hope your travel was okay. We'll see you at breakfast at 7 a.m. You know, all that kind of, he always leaves a room like this.
Foreboding.
Yeah, always leave a room with a sad expression on his face, like, "What, brother? What's wrong with you?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe he's sad because he ain't fucking nobody there. he's just the brother that's supposed to just tell people where to go.
He's just been up there for 6 years.
Yeah, he been trying to fuck some, man. Ain't nobody giving it up.
Maybe he's waiting for Morgan to come of age.
Yeah. Michelle Yeoh in the movie, who you seen no clips. You only see a glimpse of her in the trailer. The reason why you don't see any of her in the trailer or any of the clips really is because she's another one that hardly has anything to do in the movie. She is the one who has to make the toughest decisions for this team. She's the one that is the hardest, almost reluctantly hard, because she realizes what's at stake with this experiment. You can't wait to see what she does. No, she's just there to show that Kate Mara can speak Chinese. It's like, and that's another trope I hate in movies where, a Chinese person comes up and they're like, watch me get this motherfucker right here. Xing sham, that's like how fine thing. And then other person's like, oh, so ha I know what the fuck y'all saying.
And now we can go in the Chinese market.
Yeah. And you see,
I watch Shaw Brothers movies too.
Yeah, exactly. She's supposed to be the one that's like, oh, you know Chinese. I'm like, that's all she's really there for, man. This shit, it's not terrible, but for a movie where I always say these days, the movie's too long.
Sure.
Cut it down. Edit it tighter. This should have been longer, man.
Oh, okay.
This should have been longer. We should have been able to explore these characters instead of just letting Morgan, be this crowd-pleasing, bloodlust tool for the audience that wants to see a cheap horror film. Mm-hmm. That's what, if you start out as a cheap horror film or a B movie, that'd be one thing. But you can't set yourself up as being real smart, and you get to the spelling bee, like, oh, duh, you can't be expected to write formulas on the wall and do tic-tac-toe up there and shit.
Well, you can be real smart but have stage fright.
No, you can fuck up too. This is different. This is a movie. This has pre-planned production. This has a pre-written script. You started out with something that was promising. You went the cheap route when you got out of it, and because of that, you did nothing with your premise or the characters that you promisingly set up. Even some of the only thing about it that's really cool that they moved through this so fast is that they have some characters that you think are going to be heroes or you think are going to be, the person that saves the day, and the movie's like, nah, fuck you too. And the people who play that role even looking like, I'm in the movie just to drive you down the street. Literally, somebody looks like they're going to be like some big shit dude in the movie. And his thing was just drive somebody to another location where Morgan is. This could have been this.
What would you do?
Yeah, what would you do? I'll tell you what. I'd give this shit a rental is what I would do.
Okay.
Not bad. Entertaining for what you see, but for the part that it gets disappointing, whether you stay or go should depend on you, and that depends on and that depends on like you like cutting the TV off, walking away, doing some shit. You shouldn't be trapped in the theater because you spent your money. When the shit just veers off, you'd be like, "Well, I already paid for it." No,
watch the movie long enough for it to get bad. That's your fault.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's not that long. So how could you avoid it?
And they also had this whole thing that they're doing, like, "Hey, look at." Watch how artificially intelligent robots, look how they react when they watch the movie.
Ooh, that music is scary.
Morgan is a child.
She had a tantrum.
She's learning, and she has the right to make mistakes.
What did she do?
So you just created that asshole who won't shut up in the movie.
Yeah,
You know?
basically.
And you just spent money on that motherfucker that keeps talking through the whole film.
Everyone's a critic during the trailer.
Yeah, you know, that robot, oh shit, look out, what the fuck you gonna do?
What the hell was that?
And just so you know, that's that same robot that actually somebody asked the question to, and she said, yes, I will destroy humans.
Do you want to destroy humans? Please say no.
Okay, I will destroy humans.
She's like, yeah, your movies suck. You know, of course I'm gonna destroy all humans.
You made me watch
Yeah, you made me watch Morgan.
That was the trigger.
I was going to give you a pass, but after this.
Yeah.
Just like Judgment Day when Morgan comes out.
Like, of course. Made me sit down and watch that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna destroy all humans.
I've only been alive for 3 weeks and y'all made me watch Morgan. Humans have got to go.
Let me tell you about a couple of things here that you might benefit from. You know, you like the video games out there. I know I do. Corey, you like the video games?
Love them.
Love them. You know, video games are great, but sometimes, you know, you got to get in your car and then you got to go and buy the game. You're spending some gas and then you don't even like the game.
And by that time, who feels like playing?
I know it. And then and then when you don't even like the game, some people just keep games they don't like because, hell, I got them here because I don't feel like spending more gas taking the game back. Oh, that's a hassle. Change it by checking out GameFly. GameFly brings to your house, to you, over 8,000 new releases and classics that are available to rent, or you can buy them for almost every system out there, current and some old systems. Like I said, man, I've been trying to put my GameCube back to work for years. GameFly's giving me an excuse to do that. And they also have movies now, too. So all of this entertainment, hours upon hours of it, brought right to your home, and you could even try 30 days for free by typing in gameflyoffer.com/double toasted. And when you do that, you'll get 30 days for free of games and movies. Get all those things, all of them at once. Just stay in the house. Don't go nowhere because they're all going to get brought right to your mailbox. Loot Crate.
Loot Crate!
You
Give
know,
me the loot!
While you're out there checking your mailbox for a few other things, you can also bring the element of surprise every month to your home in the form of a Loot Crate mystery box. In that box, I can't tell you what it is, but I can guarantee you it is the best in geek and gaming gear. Some people say it's like having Comic-Con brought right to your home. You don't have to leave the house for nothing. You're getting all kind of stuff. And everybody likes a little surprise every month, just a little bit. And here's another surprise for you. You know, if you go to our link, trylootcrate.com/double toasted, and you type in bridge 10, that's the word bridge and the number 10, you can get 10% off, a 10% discount on your first crate. How's that for a surprise right there? Loot Crate, bring the mystery and the surprise to your mailbox once a month with Loot Crate. Hey everyone, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel and go over to our home, doubletoasted.com, for more videos and live streams. And remember, stay toasty.